Hello and welcome to another segment of Interviews That Matter. I'm your host Raj Mehta. Friends, in this segment we bring those guests who influence our lives. This includes elected officials, policymakers, heads of major organizations and other dignitaries. It is my sincere hope that the knowledge brought in by this guest will help our community. Today our guest, Mr. Satnam Singh Parhar, who is running for a city council from the district 23. He is the person who is determined to win this race. He's got leadership, he's got entrepreneurship and helping hand. Let's meet Satnam Singh ji. Satnam Singh ji, welcome to the show, sir. Sat Sri Akal ji.
Sat Sri Akal ji.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Satnam Singh ji, first I want to congratulate you for throwing your hat in the political process of this country. And our show is basically to encourage our people to really do what you are doing now. Okay, so thank you so much for, from whole heart, we are, congratulating
Thank you for inviting me here.
Right.
And I would like to say namaste, Sat Sri Akal, Adab, all these viewers and listeners. And thank you for watching me alive.
No problem, Satnam Singh ji. So let's talk about first you.
Yes.
Who you are, where you come from, what did you do? Tell me your story, life story.
Well, I came from India.
Right.
And first my name is Satnam Singh Parhar.
Right.
And I was born in a very small village.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents, my father was a school teacher
Mm-hmm.
who encourages me to grow, to represent. So I always say that whoever
Mm-hmm.
become a good leader, he's always a monitor of first grade.
Mm-hmm.
So since I was a school teacher's son,
Mm-hmm.
I was always a monitor in my classes in high school.
Okay.
And when I go to college, I was in a science student,
Mm-hmm.
and I done pre-medical.
Oh, okay.
And but due to I got admission too
Mhm.
in medical school, but due to my health and some family circumstances, I had to change my education
Mhm.
to commerce.
Okay.
So I graduate bachelor's in commerce
Okay.
from Punjab University, Chandigarh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So over there, we had a family business which we called cold storage.
Mhm.
It's very popular since we are farmers back in India, Punjab.
Mhm.
So we had our own cold storage.
Mhm.
And while I was studying in Chandigarh, I used to manage part of the cold storage.
Mhm.
Then in 1976, I came here,
Mhm.
and my brothers were here.
Mhm.
And my brother had a small business, boutiques, ladies fashion.
Mhm.
So I worked with them. I had grown up
Mhm.
from retail we went to wholesaler.
Mhm.
One time become a
Mhm.
importers.
Mhm. Mhm.
And there was a time when I sold dresses
Mhm.
to Worked Goodman, and many other Indians had started bringing so many beautiful cottons,
Mhm.
and cottons were very, very needed here.
Mhm.
So that was one of my big thing.
Mhm.
Then everything has ups and downs.
Mhm.
In 1985,
Mhm.
we had a little fall in the garment industry.
Mhm.
So I took a new trade, which is
Mhm.
a construction trade.
Okay.
So construction trade, I had no idea,
Mhm.
but one thing I always had,
Mhm.
my self confidence.
There you go.
And it's one example, it's a laugh too. The first customer I went to
Mhm.
get a job for construction,
Right.
which was a waterproofing job. That's the
Uh-huh.
only thing. He asked me, how long you are in the business?
Okay.
And I told him I started this morning.
Okay.
And once I told him that I started this morning, he was a very high officer in police department in
Okay.
New York City.
Uh-huh.
And he said, you know how much my house is worth? And I told, I don't know. He said, my house is worth more than you make in your whole life. I said, could be, but I am confident. He said, do you know this work at all? I said, no. I said, I don't know.
Wow.
And I had a guts to say, I never heard I never seen
Mm-hmm.
and I never done.
Okay.
And I have never seen people doing it. But I have a confidence that I hire the professionals.
Right.
And I had a one gentleman
Mhm.
who tried to tell me in Punjabi,
Mhm.
and I was translating in English.
Right.
So when you don't know anything, how much you can translate either?
Absolutely.
So this guy was so impressed.
Mm.
Thank God, I think that man was a god to me.
Mhm.
He was so impressed with my full guts that, oh, come on, this guy can say that. Otherwise, normally when you need a work and you need a work, you always say, sir, I need work, I have this, this, this. And I told him. Then this gentleman, he used to go every evening after supper in the whole block, talking to different people and get me a job.
Oh, wow.
60 private homes he
Wow.
got me. That was 1985.
Wow.
And that built my roots.
Wow.
And that was the key. And then after that,
Mm.
construction carry on. And then I got a little bit involved in all my 40 years I'm here now.
Mhm, mhm.
Almost 40 years, 16,
Right,
maybe 40
right,
exactly.
right.
And all my life, what I did, morning I go to work,
Mhm.
evening I come home,
Mhm.
raise my family, children.
Right.
I had 2 children.
Mhm.
My son Romeo, we
Mhm.
lost him last year. He was a doctor. He just started his agency.
I'm sorry to hear about
Yeah.
Romeo, by the way.
And then I have a daughter.
Right.
She's also finished her master's.
Mhm.
Now she's going for PharmD and the PhD
Mhm.
program
Mhm.
with Notre Dame and John Hopkins, two university programs. So I believed in education since my father was
Teacher.
a teacher.
Right.
And we are 7
Siblings.
brothers and sisters
Right.
together.
Mhm.
And out of 7, we had 5 children.
Mhm.
Not 7, 3 brothers, 5 children.
Mhm.
And 4 sisters, which we have so most of the science students.
Mhm.
Either they are
Mhm.
doctors,
Mhm.
one is a PhD.
Right.
You know, everybody. My brother has 2 children.
Right.
One is a doctor, one is another
Mhm.
PharmD, and another
Mhm.
brother has a one daughter. She's also a doctor, work
Mhm.
with Sloan Kettering for cancers.
Mhm.
So education is very important in my family.
Right. Right.
And beside work and public services, I start going to one temple. Like a new immigrant comes, since we established here,
Mhm.
lot of people come from India.
Right.
They have a problem to find a
Mhm.
apartment.
Mhm.
The system here is
Mm.
you cannot get an apartment till you don't have a reference, you don't have a credits and all
Right.
that.
Right.
So I used to give my own service to them.
Mm.
I used to take the guarantee. If I gave the guarantee about 20 to 30 people, maybe one,
Right.
I had to pay the rent.
Right. Right.
Other than
right.
that,
Yeah,
never
everybody
had a
is
bad,
fine. Right.
very bad experience,
Right.
which is normal.
Right. Right.
One thing which I always never forget, there is a young lady named Shakila
Uh-huh.
Mumtaz.
Mhm.
She was a 9th grader
Mhm.
while I was doing, and I did not know how to type. You know, we used to have no computers those times,
Right.
85, 86. She used to type for me.
Mhm.
That time she was a 9th grader. She comes to me. Her
Mm.
father was Pakistani,
Mhm.
mother is Spanish.
Mhm.
She came to me. She said, "What do you?" I always say, education was my priority. I always say, "What do you want to do?" She said, "You know what? I want to be a dean in NYU,
Oh.
but I can't afford it, or I want to become a teacher."
Right. Right.
Sure.
Mhm.
So, me, my family encouraged her. So
Mhm.
she went to. So sometimes she needs some money to pay for her tuitions.
Right.
While she was working,
Right.
we pay her a
Right.
little extra because she was like a daughter to me.
Mhm. Mhm.
So now she is on her PhD program.
Right.
She
right,
already
right.
done a master.
Wow.
She is doing a public school as a teacher,
Wow.
and I think she teaches like a special languages and all that.
Mhm.
So that's how we grew. I
Mhm.
think when you do something for the others, God is there to help.
Whatever goes comes back.
Yes.
You know.
Same thing in the Gurdwara
Right.
temple.
Right.
I don't believe in like any particular orthodox in one religion, being
Right.
I'm a Sikh,
Mhm.
but anyone comes for me from Hindu community, Jain, anybody.
Anyone.
It's
right.
like a universal kind of
Right.
approach I always give. I believe in only one thing, Manas ki jaat sab ek hai pehchane.
Right. Right.
Secondly, in our Gurbani it say,
Mhm. Mhm.
Abbal Allah Noor Paya, Kudrat ke sab bande. God has sent all of us.
All of us.
So
we are all same.
I never feel where I am. Many people
Right.
in my family and my friends,
Mm-hmm.
many times they don't like it.
Mhm.
Yesterday I was in a place where communities don't like, but I go because
Right.
they are all human. They pray as long
Right.
they don't hurt anybody.
Right.
I think that's the best way to go.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I stand right now. And then in the community service, like as I said, new immigrant housing.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest problem people have when they go to school.
Right.
Children go to school,
Right.
they don't know which school to go.
Mm-hmm.
And children come from India or other countries, they don't know this system.
Mm-hmm.
That's another problem.
Right. Right.
And teachers don't understand our children.
Right.
Our parents don't understand teachers.
Right.
So there's always a gap.
Mm-hmm.
So many times in my district, which is District 23, we have a high school, Van Buren High School,
Mm-hmm.
and we have another Frank Padwan High Schools.
Mm-hmm.
So if children has problem,
Mhm.
I give them my number. I go there and help them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I always try to help people for their homework.
Mm-hmm.
In the Gurdwara, there is a Gurdwara Sant Sagar in the area,
Mhm.
Melrose,
Mhm.
which is about 9-10 years. I always see the intelligent student, the brilliant student,
Mhm.
I talk to them,
Mhm.
and then they come to the Gurdwara, and then we give them help
Okay.
with the homework and
Mhm.
some studying.
Mhm.
And there's a one friend of mine, she's also very good involved in that. She help us to educate the ladies,
Right.
the homemakers
Right. Right.
who don't
Right.
have much to do. She
Mhm.
tell when you go to
Mhm.
school, they're
Mhm.
looking for a jobs.
Right. Right.
And then
Mhm.
extra job is
Mhm. Mhm.
also helpful in the household.
Mhm.
So teacher, and so she go, she tell them how to dress up, how to go for interview. She's also working with
Wow.
us. Yeah.
Wow. Satnam Singh ji, this is a very great story, from, three things I can point out from this, that you have leadership from the beginning,
Yeah.
you have entrepreneurship and helping hand.
That's right.
So
That's
these
very
are the
true.
three things that I can see from your story here. So right now also you are doing same business, construction business?
Yes, I am.
You are in the construction business, right? Yeah.
So we moved from the residential to commercial.
Right, right.
A little
right.
bigger way. So that's how this also the arena I am in today.
Right.
Started with a small service, now
Right.
getting into the bigger. So it's a improvement of next stage.
Right, you're already helping people, right? I mean, that's what the bottom line is.
Yeah.
You're already helping as many people as you can,
Yeah.
and that's really the great thing for anyone to do, really.
Yeah.
So,
Since we are helping in one community always, now in this arena I be able to help the
everybody.
universal,
Everybody.
American
Right,
dreams
right,
and
right,
American
right.
standards.
Right.
There are so many people. It's not only our South Asian community is
Right.
facing a problem.
Right, right.
No.
Right.
When you go to many other communities like
Mhm.
Russian community, they come new. Same
Right.
problem.
Same problem, right. Yep,
Spanish
yep,
community,
yep.
Latino, same problem.
Yep, yep.
Because this country is built on immigrants.
Right.
And immigrants will keep coming, and they have been keep coming.
Absolutely.
And then first 5, 6, 7 years, everybody work hard.
Right.
After 6, 7 years, they feel little settled,
Mhm, mhm.
and then they little easy. But first 6, 7 years,
It is.
they go through a trouble every single day.
Absolutely.
And it's very hard to make the means
Yep.
because those people had a little easy time. Even the doctor,
Mhm,
one doctor come from
mhm.
other country, he has to pass his USMLE. He has to do. The doctor status in back home in India
Mm.
is like a god.
Right.
But when the poor people come here,
Right.
it's very hard.
Very difficult.
If somebody comes to tell them,
Mhm,
hey,
mhm.
you don't work in the gas station. I've seen doctor working in the gas station.
Is that right?
Yeah, they don't get a USMLE, and they had so many problems
Oh, okay, okay.
without
Oh,
getting a license.
Right, right. Yeah.
So, according to US law, they cannot work.
residency also they have to go.
Residency they have to
Right,
get.
they have to get it.
Exams, residency, it's a long
Right.
process.
Right.
But still, somebody comes in. You know what? If you are working odd job,
Hmm.
let me tell you, get somebody to get your courses in
Mhm.
Kaplan.
Mhm.
When they don't know,
Mhm.
you give them some guide. You tell them, okay, you can use my car to go to school.
Hmm.
I did that.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Wow.
because when we have a little extra
Mhm.
car in the house, sure,
Mhm.
why not? So Many things, there was a time like 1977, 6. People come from India. They stayed in the Gurdwara 2 to 3 days, 5 days.
Right.
So we used to bring them home, come home, stay.
Wow.
Then when the time comes, because in those days there were not many Indians here.
Right, right,
Not
right.
many
Yeah.
Indians.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now since 80s we have plenty.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, this is really good that you're doing all these things. Helping people is the best thing to do in your life, right? And once you get the blessings from them, that is kind of really, you cannot have a value on that.
Yes.
And that's how I believe that you were encouraged to go into running for this council, seat, right? So we'll talk about that right now. That okay, so who is your mentor? Like, how did you learn? How did you think about it? Like, for example, I know that you were the president of ILI and in India from Long Island, and many other things which I don't know that you may have to tell us. Yeah.
I would say 2001.
Right.
9/11 was in 2001. 2001, one of our South Asian Indian, Mr. J.D. Tukral was running for this election.
Yes, I know JD.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he was really a great guy. I learned from him, very down to earth gentleman.
Right.
And I used to volunteer for him with my friend.
Okay.
Our jobs were to put the signs on the poles, electric poles, on the street, lawn signs. That's what I used to do. So off hours after my work. And then we sat with him. I asked him one day. I said, what is this going on? You work in very good university and you have well settled.
Right.
And then he said, you know what? I'm doing something different. Then we can represent our community.
Right.
Which was great. And then it comes to my mind. Comes to my mind was, that's the one way to help.
Right.
And then even his own opponent, because when he see that was a David Bepron. He was a councilman that time.
Right.
They asked me one question.
Right.
And the both brothers came because I knew their father too little bit.
Okay.
And but unfortunately he passed away. And David Bepron asked me, Prahar, why are you doing that? Then the other election I was going against him to represent my name. He said, why? I said, I'm not against you.
Right.
I'm not against anybody.
Right.
But I am trying to make a road for my future, for my coming generation.
Right.
When we build a road, we all go through a hard time. Even road is going through your field. Like since I'm a farmer back home, अपने खेतों में जाता है ना, you understand? खेतों में सड़क निकाले तो हम लोग बोलते हैं यार हमारे खेत से सड़क निकल गया. लेकिन we don't realize this road is our improvement.
Right, exactly.
Because if we have that, we have a progress coming to our hometown. So that's how I felt to make. To work with this J.D. Tukral, I learned that he's putting stones in the road and I will be paving the road. Somebody else will come and drive on that same road. So that's how we are.
So J.D. is the one who encouraged you, basically.
And then there was another Mr. Singh. Swaranjit Singh ran in 2009.
Okay.
So he did a good job too, and I also supported him without any condition. So we work. And this time, certainly I was not ready. That was the very important thing I want to say. Since last year, I lost my son. And mentally, physically, I was not ready. But certainly, I was called by the Gurdwara, Babaji, Sant Sagar. They said, oh, Parhar, this is it, you have to do it. I said, Babaji, I'm not ready.
Right.
He said, why you are not ready?
Right.
I said, my family needs me home.
Right.
Plus, this election
Right.
need at least 3 years to be prepared.
Right.
So this way you cover the whole area.
Right.
How can I do in 2.5 months?
Right.
You know, how can I?
Yep. It's
so
not
it was
easy.
so much to learn, so much to.
Right.
Thank God to we have Donald the Kaplan.
Right.
He's teaching me everything. Then Babaji knows me very well.
Okay.
And he laughed at me. He said, Parhar, everything I do in rush, active. You know, I learn quick.
Right.
He joked, and 75 people sitting. He said, Parhar, if you can bring your bride in 2.5 hours, when I got married,
Right.
I go and come back with my bride in 2.5 hours. Normally, you know how the Indian weddings are.
Right.
And he said, 2.5 months is a lot for you. 2.5 hours. You are still living 33
right.
years with one bride, and you did a good job. Now let's go for it. So that's how. And I said, okay. Then you know, from that day, I'm working day and night. I have long days. 6 o'clock I start my day.
Right.
And normally 10, 11
Right.
I
right.
go.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. Parhar ji, ek chota sa, we'll take a short break
Sure.
and we'll be right back.
Definitely.
Please stay with us.
Right.
Welcome back to Interviews That Matter. I'm your host Raj Mehta. We are having a conversation with Satnam Singh ji Parhar, who is running for councilman in New York City from District 23. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Satnam Singh, I'm really, obviously when you meet, I met you a couple of times in the past, and when you meet them, you shake hands, but you don't know behind them. So today,
that is true.
I really found out a lot about you, which, you're a leader, entrepreneur, and a helping hand, which is really a great quality for a person who's, kind of running as a councilman.
Yes.
So I really appreciate it, and I really thank, you for doing all these things, right?
Thank you. I'm trying to do the best I can.
No, this was, but the one that you just always mentioned, that people who have nothing and you're helping them, and you're letting them use your car, your house. That's not a small thing. That is not a small thing. I'm telling you, you have to have a broad heart for that, and it's not easy for anyone to do that, and which you are doing it. So really, thank you for that. Appreciate it, really.
Sure.
Yeah, Satnam Singh, let's talk about your district now, 23. So District 23 comprises of what area? Just give us an idea.
District 23 covers Belarus, Queens Village, Flora Park, New Hyde Park, part of the New Hyde Park, which is Queenside, and Glen Oaks, and this part of Bayside, and Fresh Meadows part. But basically it starts from 188th Street to end of county line, which is about the Langdale Road, and from Jamaica south to Long Island Expressway. There's a little bit more area which is part of Bayside on the other side of Long Island Expressway, north of Long Island Expressway.
Right.
It touches the Northern Parkway, Northern Boulevard, which is very small. But total votes, we have 71,000 votes.
71,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this district is a very diverse district.
Okay.
And you see a lot of South Asian there.
Okay.
In South Asian, we can call Sikh community, Hindu community. Then we have a lot of Jewish community, West Indians. I mean, you name it, we have it.
We have it. There you go.
Every community we have.
Right.
Now, since I have a experience with the India Association of Long Island as a president for 2 years,
Right.
we had the same problem too. Oh, now IALI is owned by or organized by or managed by South Indians.
Right.
Then Punjab from Delhi.
Right.
Then East Indian. That's how it was treated
Different
in
regions.
the last 40
right.
years.
Right. Right.
But I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had one very good advisor, Mr. Krish Rudra. Maybe you know him.
I know him very well.
Very good guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
He came to me. He was my good advisor.
Right.
He said, Parhar ji, we know you. We want to do something.
Right.
He said, take a map of India.
Right.
Try to put every corner of the country.
Right.
So try to unite people. That idea he gave me. And
Right.
then that area was a great idea, suggestion for me. So what we did is, and the India Association has no office.
Right. They
Nothing.
don't have office. Right. Exactly.
They do have now, sir.
Oh, they do
That's
have
what I
now?
want to tell you.
Very
They
good.
do have it.
Okay.
What happened is,
Yeah.
what we did, but I cannot use the word I, but my team was great too.
Right.
Most of the ladies,
Right.
very cooperative.
Right.
Very, very cooperative. So what we decided to build a bridge between the communities,
Right.
make one united India. Once we had united India, then everything goes smooth.
Right.
Because if this guy don't like, the other guy like. So
Right.
I try to tell them, it's not for me, it's for all of us.
Exactly.
So we bought that building
Mhm.
in Hicksville
Oh, is that right?
and 92 East Road, County Road.
Okay.
In the whole year, and we raised
Mhm.
money.
Mhm.
Like when I started with, we have about 250, 223.
Mhm.
The building was bought over like 350,000
Mhm.
plus closing, plus we paid taxes and all
Right,
that.
right.
We raised about close to $175,000 in that time,
Mhm,
because people pay when they know this.
Right.
So that you can show my stubbornty too. A lot of people think, oh no, people come, they do. You know, they want me 26th president there.
Right.
So that thing happened. Same thing
Mm.
when I come back to my Queen County now. In my district, we see so many communities.
Right.
So my main focus is to make a one voice for all communities.
Very good.
Make a building a bridges between the community
Mhm.
and make a one universal district,
Mhm.
which we'll
Mhm.
call
Mhm.
District 23.
Wow.
That's where my focus will be. Like I want like
Mhm.
South Asian, Russian, Jewish, Christian. No, to me all religion. There is one God.
Right.
As I say,
Mhm.
our religion tells us
Mhm.
that Manas is only one.
Right. 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 Right.
No matter what color we.
It doesn't
what
matter,
religion we
right?
believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and
So that's where I want to stand. Much.
see, everybody bleeds, right?
Yeah.
If it hurts, everybody bleeds.
Sure,
So,
sure.
same thing.
That's one thing. And over there, you know, then when you understand people and people start understanding a leader,
Mhm.
then
Mhm.
people start following you.
Right.
That's
Wow.
the way it is.
Mhm. So now instead of Indian map, you're going to do world map
Yes.
and trying to create the bridge in District 23,
Yeah.
which is the most diverse
Yes.
district.
As I said,
Mhm.
you know, we want to do united.
Right.
I be working for globally.
Right.
And instead of, because if my son can go to a med school,
Right.
why can't anybody else's?
Right. Right.
When I see my son is not doing a good thing in the school, why can't the others?
Mhm. Mhm. Right.
Nobody.
Right.
Everybody. I will go and fight for that.
Mhm.
Okay, by education is the key.
Right.
Look over it.
Mhm.
When we came here,
Mhm. Mhm.
we didn't have money.
Mhm. Mhm.
We only come with the education,
Mhm. Mhm. Right.
right?
Yeah. Yep.
We only came with education.
Yep. That's it.
Now what happened is,
Mhm.
India is also grown with the education,
Right.
and that education came to this country.
Right.
We have a bigger support to this. You know,
Mhm.
how much economic development our Indian origin has done here.
Right.
With the doctors, businessmen, engineers,
Yep.
even in NASA, you name it.
Yep.
Even the president of Google is.
Oh, Google, Microsoft, many all
Yes,
these companies. yeah,
these
yeah,
people,
yeah.
the brain come,
Yep,
it's
yep, yep.
from
India.
because education came with us.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
here what we do, we use
Mhm.
our education,
Mhm.
and then
Mhm.
yeah, that was the most important.
Mhm.
Same thing we'll do down there.
Mhm. So that's one of your strategy to unite people together
Yes.
and help together, right?
That's right.
Yep. And how is the campaign going? How are you campaigning? Like, for example, you said day starts 6
Sure.
o'clock and until like 10, 11. Tell us, what are your...
Main thing is, this is a business to deal with public.
Right.
That's the most important.
Right. Right.
Since I'm a businessman, I use that word.
Mhm.
Then it's a public service.
Right.
And
Mhm.
first, I like to go shake hands with the commuters.
Okay.
People from the district
Right,
goes
right,
to Manhattan.
Right,
So I
right,
stop
right. Rail
by the bus stops.
Right.
And even today, 6:30 to 8:30,
Mhm.
I was at Springfield Boulevard and
Mhm, mhm,
Hillside Avenue.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
At least 300 people
Wow.
come, go, shake hands, talk to them.
Mhm.
If they have few minutes, they talk to me.
Mhm, mhm.
At least they see me standing.
Mhm,
And
mhm, mhm.
that's one thing very important.
Mhm,
After
mhm.
10:30, 9:30, 10, then I go to my office and do few things.
Right.
And read, and Donna Kapanen teach me.
Right.
Like he teaches me like a sometime a kindergarten student. so that is most important. So
Right.
I learn a lot of things from
Right.
him.
Right. Right.
And then after that I go out again.
Acha. Okay.
And like 3 o'clock, 4
Mhm,
o'clock,
mhm.
I go and knock doors, speak to the different people.
Right.
Then we have a converser going out.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
go with them,
Mhm,
talk to
mhm,
them.
mhm, mhm.
Then sometime we have some meetings to meet.
Right.
People call.
Right.
Like yesterday we had a small barbecue,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
we went to the meeting in, they have a taxi medallion, people were together. So they called me, I went, you know, to go different,
Right.
go to temples, go to Gurdwaras on the weekends.
Right, that is
To
important.
meet churches.
Right, churches.
So wherever I can get crowd, I go there. If I don't get a crowd, I make a crowd in my own office.
There you
So
go.
people come and talk to me, and then that's it.
Yeah, so important thing is really grassroots campaigning. You know,
Yes.
that's what, because, you know, I had someone here who ran in a heavily Republican district. He was a Democrat and he ran as an assemblyman, and he won. The only reason why he won is because of grassroots campaign,
Yes.
which is really knocking door to door.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who you are. And of course, in your case, there is no Republican much. I mean, anyway, but still,
But
I mean,
there's
it's a
a
door to door
candidate.
campaign.
There's a candidate who will run as a Republican.
Yeah, right, yeah. But still, I mean, you know, it's a normally cities,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah. So what are the issues that is made? Like, for example, in councilman, when you become a councilman, what are the issues that you will be focusing on?
Well, the councilman, I just studied myself pretty much now. Starting of the game, I didn't know much.
Right.
Now I
right,
learned.
Right.
Councilman is a person who, it's like a mother. Councilman work like a mother in the house.
Oh,
Because mother, she see everything.
Right.
Is the garbage thrown out properly?
right. Right.
Councilman
right,
want to watch. Is
Right.
the streets are clean?
right.
Is in his district schools are proper? Any
Mm.
bullying is going on in the schools?
Right.
Is the library are enough?
Right.
Like
right.
you name it.
Right.
But like if the mother wake up 5 in the morning,
Yep.
her job is till the end of the whole family sleep.
Right.
Then her job to the dishes to start from the first cup of tea.
Right.
That's what I believe a councilman is. And that's what believe in me, that I can do that work. Because when I have I feel the pain.
Right.
When I was a younger child, I was, as I said, I was little youngest son in the family.
Oh, okay.
Little spoiled one too.
Yes, Paul.
All my sisters, you know. And क्या होता था कि I go to my father.
Right.
Father, teacher, how much sources they have.
Right.
We had a little extra because we are farmers too.
Right. Right.
So I asked many times my father. My father used to say, when you will become a father, you will learn.
Then you will know.
जो फुट you know shoe की जो pain होती है ना,
Right.
आपकी pain मेरे को तब पता चलेगा when I put that shoes
That's
on.
absolutely
So
right.
that's how we raised up, and my father was also
Right.
a lot into the public work, and so all these issues like schools, libraries, seniors, biggest two things always bother me: education.
Right.
I would say every child should get the best education in the world. The education we have is proven
Yep.
by our Indian community.
Right.
If you have the best education, your country cannot go down.
Right.
Your
right,
community,
Right.
you have a great
Right.
citizens living in
Right.
the world.
Right.
Then our seniors,
Right.
like we, our parents, our seniors have worked so hard
Right.
to bring us up to here.
Yep.
When our time come,
Mm-hmm.
then we should hide ourselves, send them to nursing homes?
No.
No.
No way.
No.
No.
I would say, like I'm lucky enough that my mother and father lived with me till their last day.
Oh, okay.
That's, I feel fortunate.
Wow. Nice.
And, or I can say I lived with them all my life because I
Right.
had nothing.
Right.
Whatever they gave us.
Right.
So, what we need is, they come from other country, they're getting older, they cannot work outside, so they need some kind of company.
Right.
They need their own kind of food.
Right.
Most of us, many of us are vegetarian.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Yep.
So my main focus is to have some kind of a senior center,
Right.
daytime care,
Okay.
where they can have their own food,
Right.
where they can talk. Like I'm sure after work we all like to enjoy,
Right. Right.
and
Yep.
they work all their life. Now
Yep.
time come when they need to sit with few people, play cards or
Right.
whatever they
Right.
want to enjoy. There somebody has a music.
Right.
You know, in the house sitting one person alone, life goes shorter.
Yep. Yep.
When you are with the community, you discuss few problems,
Right.
you discuss many things.
Mm-hmm.
You share your feelings,
Right.
and it helps to
Right.
gain your life and health. And I know if I had to stay at home for 2 days, how I will feel.
Exactly. I
Think
totally
about
agree with
those,
you.
yeah. So that's main. Senior center, education,
Right.
public safety is
Public
also
sa- public
another
safety is
important,
also
very important because
Right, right.
we are all working class people.
Right. Yeah.
In my district, many people drive cabs.
Okay.
And they come home like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning,
Oh.
and somebody robbed their money.
Yeah. Hmm.
You know,
Yep.
and 1 or 2 incidents happened recently.
Right.
One taxi driver was robbed right in front of his home.
Oh.
And one taxi driver just hit Sardarji.
Uh-huh.
He was hit by, and I went to visit him this weekend.
Right.
He had a plate here.
Oh, is
For
that
what?
right? Oh,
No
boy.
reason.
No
The
reason.
person, there was a 3 white men.
Oh boy.
The person was on drugs.
Oh.
That's how he hit him. And he didn't say anything. Very pleasing guy. So these things we need to have more police,
Right.
more vision. People can
Right.
see cameras.
Right.
Like
right,
Hillside Avenue is like a.
Right. Right.
And you ever been to New Delhi?
New Delhi, yes, I mean.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, there's a down near Lal Killa and all that,
Yeah,
Crore
yeah,
Bagh,
yeah.
streets you see all over the heads and all that.
Right. yeah.
That's going to be a Hillside Avenue very soon. And now it's pretty crowded. Weekend, you have a lot of grocery stores, lot of.
No, yeah.
It's
busy.
overcrowded. But I can see in next 10 years that gonna be like a Crore Bagh, Delhi streets, or 17th sector
Wow.
of Chandigarh.
Exactly.
Overcrowded.
Overcrowded. Right.
And so we need cameras.
Right.
We need security for
Right,
those
right,
people.
right.
We need so much over there.
Right.
And then we feel District 26 schooling.
Right.
In this school, there's a couple of schools, a good school, supposed
Right.
to be one of the best schools.
Mm-hmm.
Now they are going down because more people are moving in. Same school, same number of teachers.
Right. Right.
Classes are overgrowing.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to do over there.
Mm-hmm.
And time will come. You will see how the changes will come.
Wow. Yeah. You're already seeing it. You're
Yeah, I can
visually-
see.
You're seeing it,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I saw the same vision
Right.
40 years ago, 1977,
Right.
when I always say it will be my dream. Even yesterday, I spoke some in the Nagar Kirtan. There was a big Sikh Day parade in Richmond Hill. 40 years ago, when you see one man with a turban
Right.
or one lady with a sari,
Right.
we used to stop, no matter how busy we are.
Right.
We feel
Right.
proud that she is Indian.
Right.
We give her respect.
Right.
Anyone I see standing, any woman standing on the bus stop,
Right. Right.
my job start to drop her at her home.
Wow.
Because I feel
Wow.
it's mine. And today, after 40 years, I see, God bless us. You know, so many people we are. Now it's a one community. And then it's like a home away from home.
Right.
Yeah.
Satnam Singh ji, the election is, primary election is on September 10th.
September 10th.
And you are on the ballot.
Yes, sir.
So September 10th is the day that really, important for
Yes.
all of us.
Yes, yes.
And we would like to get your message to our community that obviously they have to be registered Democrat
Yes.
in order to vote for in this election,
yes.
correct? Right. So give us your final message to the viewers of the show.
Okay. Most important is, in this is Democrat primary.
Right.
Only Democrat can vote on September 10th.
Right.
One thing very important.
Yes.
In the mind, people say all elections are on Tuesday, but this one is on Thursday.
Thursday, right.
It is
right,
Thursday,
right,
September 10th.
Right.
And the election starts 7 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay.
I would like to say, if I get all South Asians, even 70% of the South Asian go to vote, there's no way I will not win.
Okay.
Victory is there. And that day we have to ask people to go out and vote. And one thing more, if somebody is not going to be in town,
Right. Right.
there's a absentee votes.
Right.
You can do it. You can do it about 3 days before the election. You can come to our office,
Right.
and we have a form. We will fill it up for absentee votes,
Right, right.
and then one of our associate can bring your form, and then you can sign it and give back to them or mail it. easier.
Right.
So that's one thing very important.
Right.
Number two, that day, see, like when we come here, most important is not to get a citizen to call our friends and family.
Right. Right.
We have to use our rights too.
Absolutely.
Voting is our right.
That's-
If we do not
yeah.
vote, all these leaders, whoever come,
Right.
they doesn't mean. We
Right.
go to their fundraising, we go to their, give them a money.
Right.
At the end of the day, what we get? Nothing. So now this is
Agree.
your time
Agree.
to bring your own person.
Yep. Yep.
Win or lose is not mine, it's yours. That's what I want to see all my viewers. That if Satnam Singh Prahar wins,
Right.
I am nobody.
Everybody wins.
I am nobody. I'm very little guy in front
Right.
of you.
Right.
This is a one person win is all you.
Right.
I'm the last person to say this is my victory.
Right.
It's a victory of the public. It's a victory of people
Right.
and my people.
Yep.
That's what I would like to say.
Very good, Satnam Singh ji. I want to wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
And really wish that you be successful and keep going and keep encouraging other people, keep helping other people as much as we can.
Thank you,
and
sir.
that is what the goal of our life should be anyway.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I will try. I
Right.
promise you, I'll keep trying.
Yeah.
And my public service will never end. As I said, a couple of endorsements we got. Taxi Medallion Honor Association.
Right.
And Tony Avila has state senator.
Right.
And then they see something, so that's why.
Of course.
So now it's up to my viewers, up to
Mhm.
my own people,
Right.
how they can make me win or lose.
Let
And I
us-
request for them.
And let us know if there is anything we can help, obviously.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you have any questions, comments, you can email me at rajmitv@gmail.com. That's again rajmitv@gmail.com. Until next time, have a great week.